If you're a diehard Browns fan and enjoy analyzing the game as much as we do, make sure you stay connected. There's a lot more coming your way. Cleveland Browns general manager Andrew Berry made waves on Thursday with a striking and unexpected comment that's likely to spark serious conversation across the NFL. The topic? None other than Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe, a polarizing, electric athlete who has inspired both admiration and skepticism throughout the pre-draft process. Berry didn't hesitate to offer a bold and confident endorsement of Milroe's talent, especially highlighting his unmatched speed and impressive physical tools. In a moment that drew attention from media and football insiders alike, Berry stated, "Milroe's got rare physical talent." But he went even further, adding, "When he gets in the NFL, he may be the only quarterback who's faster than Lamar Jackson. Don't tell Lamar I said that, please." With those words, Berry not only praised Milroe's athleticism but also dared to compare him to the league's most dynamic quarterback, Baltimore Ravens star and two-time MVP, Lamar Jackson. That kind of comparison isn't made lightly. Jackson has long been considered a generational athlete, with a rare blend of agility, acceleration, and breakaway speed that few quarterbacks have ever possessed. For Berry to suggest Milroe might even surpass Jackson in raw speed reveals just how highly he regards the former Alabama standout. Milroe, standing 6'2" and weighing 217 pounds, made headlines during his pro day in March with a reported 4.37-second 40-yard dash. Unofficial, but jaw-dropping nonetheless. That's elite receiver and defensive back territory, not something often seen from a quarterback. It's that explosiveness and open field threat that have prompted many to draw parallels between Milroe and Jackson, both capable of changing a game's momentum with a single scramble or designed run. Over 4 seasons at Alabama, Milroe proved to be a constant running threat. He racked up 1,577 rushing yards and scored 33 touchdowns on the ground, staggering numbers for a collegiate quarterback. His mobility became a hallmark of Alabama's offense, adding a layer of unpredictability and danger to both structured plays and broken ones. Yet, while his running ability has thrilled scouts, questions about his development as a passer remain. Milroe's final season with Alabama was a mixed bag through the air. He threw for 16 touchdowns, but also tallied a career-high 11 interceptions across 13 games. Those stats raised valid concerns about his decision-making, timing, and ability to operate consistently from the pocket. While his arm strength is undeniable, critics point to inconsistencies in accuracy and mechanics as areas for improvement. NFL.com analyst Lance Zierlein echoed this view, noting, "He has an NFL arm, but he might need to fine-tune his footwork to improve his accuracy on all 3 levels." That technical refinement is often the dividing line between a high-potential athlete who thrives in the league and one who struggles to adjust to its demands. Still, the upside is clear, and the Browns don't appear to be approaching Milroe with expectations of immediate impact. Instead, Berry emphasized a long-term approach to quarterback development, citing the early paths of stars like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and even Lamar Jackson. Berry reminded everyone that growth isn't always linear. Patrick Mahomes sat his whole first year, Berry said. Josh Allen, it really took to year 3 for him to become Josh Allen. You know, Lamar probably hit the ground running pretty quickly, but Jalen Hurts, there were doubts about him until he probably hit year 3. So quarterbacks mature and grow at their own pace, and our thought isn't in terms of immediacy, but making the best long-term bet. That strategy fits Cleveland's current quarterback situation, with Deshaun Watson likely to miss most, if not all, of the upcoming season due to a lingering Achilles injury. The Browns have worked to strengthen their quarterback room. They added veteran Joe Flacco on a 1-year deal, bringing in experience and leadership, and made a trade with the Eagles to acquire former first-round pick Kenny Pickett, a player who still holds untapped potential. In this context, Cleveland seems in no rush to thrust a rookie into the spotlight. That could create the perfect environment for someone like Milroe, a prospect with incredible raw tools who may need time to refine his game and adapt to the professional level. Learning behind veterans like Flacco and Pickett, with a coaching staff focused on tailoring the system to his strengths, might be exactly what he needs to grow. As the 2025 NFL Draft approaches, set to take place from April 24th to 26th in Green Bay, speculation continues about what Cleveland will do. While the Browns are unlikely to target Milroe with their number 2 overall pick, he could be a day 2 or early day 3 selection, if he's still available. Either way, Barry's comments make it clear. He sees something rare in Milroe, something that can't be measured solely by stats or scouting reports. Wherever Milroe lands, Cleveland is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing potential destinations. With a culture built on patience, a general manager willing to take thoughtful risks, and a plan focused on the long term, the Browns could offer the ideal setting for Milroe to thrive. And if Barry is right, if Milroe really is the only quarterback faster than Lamar Jackson, the league might be on the verge of witnessing the rise of a new dual-threat sensation. Thanks for following along. Your thoughts matter to us. Share your take on what Cleveland should do in the draft. We'd love to hear from you. No one saw this coming. In an NFL offseason filled with speculation, distractions, and wild rumors, this is the one storyline that broke all expectations. Lamar Jackson, the former MVP, the face of the Baltimore Ravens, the quarterback who changed how the position is played, has signed with the Cleveland Browns. Let that sink in. Lamar Jackson is a Brown. This is not just another move. It is a major turning point in the NFL. It sends a strong message to the AFC North and the entire league. For Jackson, the Ravens, and especially the Browns, everything changes now. The stakes could not be higher. For years, Lamar Jackson was the heart of the Ravens. Drafted in 2018, questioned by many, and often doubted because of his playing style, he proved everyone wrong when he won MVP in his second season. He became a highlight machine. He won games. He made Baltimore a serious contender again. But problems started to appear. The Ravens struggled to build around him. Wide receivers were inconsistent. The offensive line changed often. The defense carried too much of the load. And in the playoffs, the team often fell short. Critics returned. Then came the contract situation. Negotiations dragged on. Rumors spread. Numbers came out, were denied, and then debated again. Some said Jackson wanted a fully guaranteed contract. Others said he wanted respect and to be treated like a true MVP. Whatever the reasons, the relationship with the Ravens started to break down. They tried to hold on, using the franchise tag, but this offseason made it clear. Lamar was ready to go. But to Cleveland? That is the twist. That is the move no one expected. The Browns and Ravens are bitter rivals. The rivalry is emotional and intense. And now, Lamar has joined the other side. For the Browns, this is a huge decision. The Deshaun Watson experiment did not work. Off-field issues and inconsistent performances left the team looking for answers. Now, they have made a big change. They brought in a leader, a proven winner, and someone who brings star power. The contract is massive. Reports say Jackson's deal includes more guaranteed money than Patrick Mahomes, a higher yearly salary than Joe Burrow, and custom clauses to keep him healthy and focused. The Browns made it clear. They are not waiting for the future. The time is now. For the first time in many years, Cleveland has real hope. With Lamar at quarterback, Nick Chubb in the backfield, Amari Cooper as a reliable receiver, and a rising defense led by Myles Garrett, this team is ready to compete. Picture the offense. Lamar running read options with Chubb, Cooper getting open while Lamar extends plays. A defense that trusts the offense to do its job. This is a new Cleveland team. Meanwhile, the Ravens are left to pick up the pieces. Losing Jackson to a rival is more than just a player leaving. It is a deep loss. He was more than a quarterback. He was the face of the team. Now he plays for their biggest rival. People in Baltimore will try to move on. They will say it was business, that it was time. But deep down, they know this one hurts. Lamar was their identity. Now, he wears orange and brown. The next game between the Ravens and Browns will be intense. Every snap will matter. Every play will have history behind it. Every touchdown will mean something more. Across the league, the impact is being felt. The AFC North is more competitive than ever. The Bengals, Steelers, and Ravens now face a Browns team with a top quarterback. The Chiefs, Bills, and others must prepare for a new contender. But beyond the money and the rivalry, this is a story about choice. About a player who stood firm, believed in himself, and took control of his future. Lamar Jackson is not just starting over. He is building a legacy. Lamar Jackson is now a Cleveland Brown, and the NFL will never be the same.